Welcome to Investor Web, your reliable partner for all investment and finance tips. We are here to guide you through the labyrinth of financial decisions and help you make the most of your hard-earned money. Today we're going to tackle a topic that's been the talk of the town for quite some time: outdated money rules. Yes, you heard it right. There are some financial rules that have been passed down through generations, revered as gospel truth. But as the world evolves, so does its financial landscape, and these once revered rules may not hold the same relevance today. We've identified 10 such rules that need a re-evaluation. It's high time we discarded these outdated notions and adopted a more contemporary approach to managing our finances. So buckle up and prepare for a journey into the realm of modern finance. Without further delay, let's dive into the content. First on our list is the belief that saving is enough. Now, don't get us wrong, saving is a fantastic habit. It's the first step on the road to financial security. But in a world where inflation is an undeniable reality, simply stashing away your hard-earned money may not be enough. Inflation, the silent wealth eroder, gradually reduces the purchasing power of your savings. Let's say you've saved £100 today. A few years down the line, that same £100 won't buy you as much as it does today, all thanks to inflation. So, how do we combat this? The answer lies in investing. By investing your savings, you give your money the chance to grow and keep up with or even beat inflation. Investments, be it in stocks, bonds, real estate, or even a startup business, can generate returns that outpace inflation. So instead of just saving, think about investing. Another outdated rule is that you need a lot of money to start investing. Once upon a time, this might have been the case, but in the present day, it's simply not true. The financial landscape has evolved dramatically, and so have the opportunities for investment. Today, numerous investment platforms and strategies cater to those with a modest budget. You've got micro-investing apps that allow you to invest spare change, or robo-advisors that can manage your investments for you with just a small initial deposit. There are also affordable exchange-traded funds, or ETFs, which let you own a slice of a diversified portfolio for a fraction of what it would cost to buy each stock individually. So, let's debunk this misconception once and for all. You don't need a fortune to start building one. What you need is the courage to take that first step. The key is to start investing, no matter how small the amount. The third outdated rule is that investing is only for the rich. This notion is as antiquated as a horse and carriage. The reality is, investing is a tool accessible to everyone, regardless of their financial standing. You don't need to have an overflowing bank account to start investing. In fact, the art of investing is about growing your wealth over time, not flaunting it. It's about smart decisions, not large ones. The advent of robo-advisors and investment apps has made it even simpler for anyone to get started, with some platforms allowing you to invest with as little as a few pounds. Furthermore, consider this. If you're not investing, you're actually losing money over time due to inflation. So, in essence, not investing can be costlier than investing. Never let your financial status deter you from investing. The world of investing is not a private club reserved for the wealthy. It's an open market that thrives on diversity. Remember, investing isn't just for the rich, it's for everyone who wants to grow their wealth. Fourth on our list is the rule that you should always buy a house. Now, while home ownership can be a valuable investment and a source of financial security, it's not the golden ticket it's often made out to be. Let's start with the pros. Buying a house means you're building equity, and over time your property could appreciate in value, netting you a tidy profit. Plus, there's the psychological comfort of owning your own space. But on the flip side, home ownership comes with its fair share of cons. It's a huge financial commitment that ties up a significant portion of your wealth. There's also the additional cost of maintenance, insurance, and property taxes to consider. And let's not forget the lack of flexibility. Selling a house and moving can be a complicated, time-consuming process. So, is buying always the best option? Not necessarily. The decision to buy or rent a house should depend on your personal circumstances and not on an outdated rule. The fifth outdated rule is to avoid all debt. This rule might seem like sound advice, but it's not entirely accurate. While it's true that you should avoid bad debt, the type that comes from impulse purchases or living beyond your means, there's also what's known as good debt. This is debt that can help you create opportunities and build wealth over time. Consider a mortgage, for example. Taking on a mortgage to buy a house can be seen as good debt because it's an investment that in many cases appreciates over time. Similarly, student loans can be considered good debt if they lead to a degree and a higher paying job. In the world of business, entrepreneurs often take on debt to start or expand their ventures, banking on the future success of their businesses to pay back the loans with interest. So, don't be afraid of all debt, just be smart about it. Remember, not all debt is bad. Use it wisely to create opportunities. Sixth on our list is the rule to keep all your money in the bank. Now, while banks provide a safe haven for your hard-earned money, keeping all your resources there can lead to missed opportunities for growth. You see, the interest rates offered by banks are often meager, barely keeping up with inflation. So in real terms, the purchasing power of your money might be slowly eroding away. Instead, consider exploring other avenues for your money. Look into bonds, stocks, mutual funds, or even real estate. These avenues, while they come with their own set of risks, can provide returns that far exceed what you would get from a savings account. Remember, diversification is key. By spreading your money across different investment vehicles, you can potentially achieve a higher return while mitigating risk. So don't let your money sit idle in a bank. Find ways to make it work for you. The seventh outdated rule is that you should retire at 65. Now, this age-old convention was established at a time when life expectancy was significantly lower than it is today. But as we saw into the 23rd century, we're living longer and healthier lives, which means our finances need to stretch further too. The rule of retiring at 65 is as ancient as the typewriter. It's a one-size-fits-all approach that doesn't take into account your personal health, financial status, or the sheer joy you may get from your work. Retirement should be a personal decision, made when you're ready and not a moment before. It can be at 60, 70, or even later. It's about having enough savings to maintain your lifestyle and cover any unexpected expenses that might arise. So don't be boxed in by an arbitrary age limit. It's your life, your retirement. So plan your retirement based on your personal circumstances, not on an outdated age limit. The eighth outdated rule is that the stock market is too risky. Now, this statement is not entirely false. The stock market does carry risks, but so does crossing the street. It's all about how we manage those risks. In the financial world, one of the keys to managing risk is diversification. By spreading investments across a variety of assets, you can buffer against the ups and downs of the market. If one sector takes a hit, another may perform well, balancing out your portfolio. Moreover, the stock market has proven to provide good returns over the long term. Yes, there might be short-term fluctuations, but history has shown that over time, the trajectory is generally upward. So don't shy away from the stock market because you think it's too risky. Instead, learn about diversification, be patient, and see how the market can work to your advantage. Remember, a well-diversified portfolio can help manage risks. The ninth outdated rule is that cash is king. Now, this might have been true in the past, when transactions were primarily conducted in person and paper money was the most convenient form of payment. But in our increasingly digital world, this rule is becoming less and less applicable. Digital payments and credit cards have emerged as viable and often superior alternatives to cash. Not only do they offer the convenience of being able to make purchases from anywhere at any time, but they also provide a host of rewards. From cash back to airline miles, credit cards can turn your everyday spending into opportunities to save money or even travel the world. Moreover, using digital payments and credit cards can help you keep track of your spending, making it easier to manage your finances. No more lost receipts or unaccounted for expenses. Every transaction is recorded and easily accessible. So, don't shy away from using digital payments and credit cards. They can provide rewards and convenience. The 10th and final outdated rule is that you don't need a budget. Now, this is a myth that has led many down the road of financial ruin. You see, the idea that you can handle your money without a roadmap or a plan is akin to setting sail on an ocean without a compass. It's not just about controlling your spending, it's about understanding where your money goes and making conscious decisions about your financial future. Budgeting is a tool that allows you to prioritize your spending, to focus your money on the things that are most important to you. Whether it's saving for a vacation, buying a new car, or planning for retirement, budgeting gives you control over your finances. It's not about restriction, but rather liberation. It's about having the freedom to make choices today that will help you achieve your goals tomorrow. Remember, a budget is a crucial tool for managing your money and planning for the future. And that wraps up our list of 10 outdated money rules. We've journeyed through the common misconceptions, from the belief that simple saving is enough to the myth that you need a lot of money to start investing. We've debunked the idea that investing is only for the affluent and the assumption that owning a house is always the best financial move. We've also examined the outdated rule of avoiding all debt, the habit of keeping all your money in the bank, and the preconceived notion of retiring at 65. We've navigated the fears surrounding the stock market, the belief that cash is king, and the misconception that budgeting isn't necessary. Remember, finance and investment are ever-evolving landscapes. Staying informed and adaptable is the key to financial success. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to subscribe to InvestorWeb for more insightful finance and investment tips. Thanks for watching.